Greetings and welcome back to another Todd E. Walnuts update video. Today I didn't pick up quite as much as I normally do. I kind of went quality over quantity today. And joining me as always are the two ladies, Miss Hannah on the right, Miss Heidi on the left. I got a couple stacks of goodies here stretched out on the bed. I got a little pile here from a thrift shop. A couple titles from Arrow Video. A little miscellaneous pile right here. A couple piles of Scream Factory right here. And I picked up a PS5 game because yes, I did pick up a PlayStation 5 over the past couple weeks. So stay tuned, kick your feet up, let's chill, and let's find out what I picked up. And before we get into the pile of goodies here on the bed, I do want to give a shout out, a huge shout out to Space Monkey Vintage. He sent me 3 posters. He kindly gifted me 3 posters. He sent them all the way from Turkey. Stick around till the end of the video. I'm going to show you the theatrical posters that he sent to me. I'm going to share a couple of the links for his channels, both his Etsy and his eBay selling pages. And I encourage you guys to go check him out. He's a very, very nice guy. He's just kind of getting his feet wet in the movie poster world. And he felt the need, or he wanted to send me a couple of freebies. And I definitely do want to spread the love and show you his links down below. So let's get into the little pile here of the miscellaneous, I guess, thrift shop. Actually, a couple of these. The first 3 were from a Dollar Tree, so they're not really technically thrift shop. I found a Blu-ray of a movie called Jack Hunter and the Lost Treasure of Ugarit. And I couldn't remember if I picked this one up before. I had grabbed such a large amount of dollar movies at the Dollar Tree over the past couple years. It's possible I do have this one already. But it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack for $1. And it's hard to pass that up. I do enjoy the adventure type movies, and it looks like it may be kind of a, I don't know, Indiana Jones type ripoff movie. Probably has pretty ridiculous CGI in it, but I think that could make for a very fun movie, so I grabbed it. I also found a Blu-ray at the Dollar Tree called Broken Swords, The Last in Line, and it looks like it may be maybe a Viking type movie, battlefield, maybe an epic battlefield type movie. It is another Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Looks pretty cool. Both of these movies were put out by Echo Bridge. It says a war rages between the frost giants of the icy realm of Nosk and the sky-worshipping Templars of Samanda in the land of Ardamore, which lies between the kingdoms. So it sounds pretty cool. And for $1, I'm sure I will find some enjoyment of those 2 movies. I also found a horror movie called The Mermaid's Curse at a Dollar Tree. If anything, the cover alone was worth $1 to me, so I grabbed it. It's 90 minutes running time. It looks like it was released in 2019. Killer Mermaids for $1? Yes, please. I will take that. Also, I'm a sucker for anything that's Rat Pack related, or any of the entertainment from the 70s, really. Anything that's Carson or the Celebrity Roast, any of that kind of stuff. Any of those sitcoms and all the comedy and the comedic legends that came from that era. I picked this up, I think it was, what does that say, $3 at a thrift shop. And this is a collector's edition of the Dean Martin Celebrity Roasts. In this little set, you get Johnny Carson, Lucille Ball, Don Rickles, Jimmy Stewart, Bob Hope, and many others. It's really cool. This was put out by Time Life. Get a little booklet. Pretty nice set, actually. It comes on swing trays like this. What did it say? I think it's a 5-disc set. What does it say on the side? It's actually a 6-disc set. I don't know if you can see that on the top, but I thought it was pretty cool. I do have all these already on DVD, but I kind of like the way that looked, and it was only $3, so I snagged it up. And here is one for the Disney VHS collection. I did not own this one yet. And this is Walt Disney's Family Film Collection of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I do have this on Blu-ray, but I didn't have it on VHS. And it comes in pretty good condition. I think I picked this up for, it was either 50 cents or $1. Everything was there. It's in very, very good condition. So I picked it up and added it to the collection. Trying to slowly pick them all up. I had them all at one time years ago, and then I sold them to upgrade to DVD and then to Blu-ray, but now I want to go backwards and get them all again on VHS. So going to pause it here, and we'll get into the Arrow video pile. Jumping right into the Arrow video pile, I have 2 movies in a box set. And the first one up is a Japanese, I guess it's like an action horror fantasy movie from 2000, and that's called Versus. Comes with a slipcover. It was a limited edition. It has 2 cuts of the film. One is 120 minutes running time, and then the Ultimate Versus, the second edition of the film, is 11 minutes longer at 131. So that's really cool. I flipped the cover already, and that's what the reversible cover looks like. It's a 2-disc set. So there is the original version of the movie, which runs 120 minutes, and then here is the ultimate, I guess, what did they call it? Ultimate Versus, just the second version of the film. It's 131 minutes running time. So 11 minutes is pretty significant for an extension of a movie. Then it does come with a booklet, which we will go through. And it comes with a advertising card for the movie The Stylist, which I passed on. I didn't feel the need to pick that one up for the collection. Take a quick flip through the book here. I love these Japanese action fantasy horror type movies. Directed by Kitamura. A lot of really, really good write-ups here for a movie like this. There's an interview with the director. I have this on DVD as well, that I had for many years. And from what I remember, there's some pretty good gore in the movie, but it's not over the top. Well, it's a little bit over the top, but it's not an unnecessary gore, just splatter effects just for the sake of shock value. It's not that type of a movie, but it does have it's a pretty bloody movie, put it that way. So that is Versus, and it's been a long time since I watched it. I think it's probably been 15 years since I've seen the movie, so it'll be good to put this one in and give it a revisit. And it also does have an English dubbed track, so you can watch it with the original Japanese, or you can listen to it with the English dub. This is the region A. It was limited, but I'm not sure what it was limited to. And then you do get a bunch of bonus features. As you can see on the back, there's a 2-part documentary behind the scenes. There's an archival featurette about the 2001 Japan Film Festival. And a bunch of other stuff. So I was glad to pick this up to add it to the Arrow video collection. The next one is another Japanese. This is a twin billing. The Invisible Man appears. And it also comes with The Invisible Man versus the Human Fly. And this is, let's see. It is in Japanese language with English subtitles. The Invisible Man appears is 82 minutes running time. And The Invisible Man versus the Human Fly is 96 minutes. I don't know. I think I hear somebody shooting a gun outside. I don't know what that is. Somebody's shooting off fireworks or something. The Milwaukee Bucks are playing the Celtics in Game 7 today, and I live in Wisconsin, and I'm very close to the city of Milwaukee. So either that was, I don't know if you guys could hear that, I picked that up in the background, but there have been a lot of shootings in the area lately. There have been a couple of casualties in my city in the last couple weeks. And the police, there's been a heavy police presence in the area lately because there's just been a lot of random violence. So either that was some Milwaukee Bucks fan shooting off fireworks or there's somebody out there shooting a gun. But we're going to keep going. This one comes with a art card. I don't remember what that is, what that movie is right there. That kind of threw me off a little bit. I apologize about that, guys. Here is a booklet. Very, very nice. This was sealed. I just peeled off the cellophane before I started to record. I don't know why the pages are sticking together because it's never been touched before. Never opened the book. Both of these movies, I believe, are in black and white, and I have never seen either of the movies. But I do plan on checking these out soon, and I'm looking forward to it. Ghosts of the Post-War Era. I guess this was probably the Japanese take on the Universal Monsters craze from the golden age of cinema. That's a really nice booklet to throw in, and then you get both movies on a Blu-ray. And that is the cover for The Invisible Man versus the Human Fly. So you can switch that out if you'd like to. I'm going to keep it just like that. I don't know if this came with a slipcover. I don't think it did, but if you guys know any better than that, let me know. But I'm thinking it did not. The Invisible Man appears, and The Invisible Man versus the Human Fly. Let me put this little art card back in. It looks like it's definitely an Italian crime movie, but I don't remember what that is. I'm going to pause it for a moment and check that out to see what title that is. Okay, so that art card there is Like Rabid Dogs, and that came in the Years of Lead box set from Arrow Video. There was 5 films, 5 Italian crime films, and this was one of them, and I think you can also get it as a single release now. So that is from the Years of Lead box set, Like Rabid Dogs. So I guess we'll put that off to the side. It's a pretty nice release though. I like the way that, I like the color scheme of that. I like the artwork of that. It looks really good. Put that up to the side, and we will get into the box set that I picked up a couple of weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago maybe. This is the Rogue, Cops, and Racketeers, 2 crime thrillers by Enzo Castellari. And you get the Big Racket and the Heroin Busters. And we're going to crack into this. Take a quick look at it before we peel off the cellophane. You do get, each movie comes in their own case, and you get a book. Looks really nice. 2-disc limited edition contents. You get 2K restorations of both films. You get the original Italian and English front and end titles. You get a restored soundtrack, or you can listen to it in the original. You have optional English subtitles. You have new audio commentaries on both films. That's cool. You have illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writings. And you get limited edition packaging with reversible sleeves, which they always have, and I always like to check those out. And you get 12 double-sided postcard, lobby cards, reproduction art cards. Very, very cool. This is the Region A. There's what the spine looks like there. And I do enjoy these Italian crime films. Take a moment here to peel off the cellophane, and we'll get into all the goodies inside. There you go for the ASMR. Okay, we'll dump the stuff out here. First we'll take a look at the book, or the box I should say, like we always do. Nice heavy duty thick box. Comes with the J card here. That's has a little tape circle. We'll peel that off so we can take a look at the art underneath. Very gently do that. 9 times out of 10 when you pull off those little glue circles, nothing's going to happen, but if you try to go too fast, you just may pull off some of the graphics on the artwork, and you don't want to do that. So just take a moment to take your time and do it right. So again, there's the J card. I don't have any use for these anymore. I've been keeping these for years, but lately I've just been tossing these. They don't really add anything to the box set, really. Everything that's on the back of the J card is on the back of the movies. You don't really need to have these anymore, so I've just been tossing them. They look much better without the J cards, in my opinion. And if the J card's on the back of the box, you don't see this beautiful piece of art here. So let's take a moment to take that in. Very nice. Kind of a matte finish. I'm a fan more of the matte finishes than the glossy finishes, just because it doesn't leave so many fingerprints. So I don't see the art cards that they were talking about unless they're tucked away in one of the movies. But let's take a look at the book first. It's pretty thick. I'd say it's got to be about 60 pages or so. Yeah, 58, 59 pages. Try not to spend too much time, but I still want to give it its due so you guys can see exactly what comes with this set. And I'm sure many of you have already picked it up or plan to pick it up. The pages are thick. They have kind of a dry feel to them, which I like that. Doesn't leave a lot of fingerprints. Sometimes they'll put a little varnish on the pages and they look a little glossy, and that's fine too. I think that looks great. So, but yeah, I don't want to go too much time into the book, so we will continue looking at the movies here. First one is called The Heroin Busters. What's the matter, Peanut? She's kind of freaked out because that's Heidi. She gets really nervous, you know, like around 4th of July when there's fireworks and stuff. So right now she's beside herself with angst and nervousness. So yeah, she's really scared. This one here, she can sleep through anything. But this one, she's trembling like a leaf. It's okay, baby. It's okay. You can go back on the bed. Go on the bed. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so the Heroin Busters. This is a movie from, let's see if it has a year on the back. It does not. I would guess probably mid-70s, early to mid-70s. Yeah, it's got to be fireworks. I think people are out popping fireworks. And the thing about it is the Bucks are getting whipped right now by the Celtics, so they're probably firing off their fireworks now because they know it's going to be a loss. But there's a reversible cover with the Italian title. And looks like this is the little stack of art cards we'll flip through. So very nice. I like it when they include little trinkets like this. It makes it feel a little more collectible, like a nice little box set. Very good. So those were 6 cards for this movie, and I'm assuming that there's 6 cards in the other movie to make a grand total of 12. This is called the Big Racket. Fabio Testi. Take a look at the reverse cover. There's the disc art. And there's the reverse. That's pretty cool. Very, very nice box set. And I think it was pretty affordable too. You know, sometimes Arrow puts a pretty hefty price tag on some of their box sets, but if I remember, this was like $40 or something like that. I think I picked mine up on Amazon. Here are the art cards for this movie. These movies are like time capsules. Look at the clothing and the vehicles. I really thoroughly enjoy these movies from the 60s and 70s. These are great. I like movies in the 80s too, and the 90s. I like all movies generally, but I really like to go back into the 60s and 70s. Hey, there's Vincent Gardenia. He's in a lot of stuff. He's passed away now, but that's one of those actors you recognize his face, but you probably didn't know his name, but that's Vincent Gardenia. He's been in a million things. You still nervous, baby? Oh, it's okay. Why don't you go back up on the bed? Go on the bed. Go ahead. Okay, so that was the 6 art cards for the Big Racket. I'm going to pause it here, put all this stuff away, and we'll get into my miscellaneous pile. Here, I'll see if I can calm Heidi down. Okay, so we are somewhat back to normal, and saying normal is air quoting it because we're never really normal here. But I guess we're about as normal as we're going to get. So we're going to get into this miscellaneous pile here. First one is from Sub Rosa Studios. I pre-ordered this one. came out a couple weeks ago now already. This is Blood Cove Part 1 and 2. It is a 2-movie set, shot on video movies from the, let's see if it has a year. The first Blood Cove was from 2019, and Blood Cove 2, Return of the Skull, is from 2020. And it says bonus features. You get 2 full-length feature films, slideshows, trailers, SRS trailers, and more. Very cool. And I also did get a poster, which I put in my little portfolio. I'm not going to pull that out because it's just that same image right there, which does look cool. I like that. And there's the disc. And it came with an art card for, what does that say? Stardust Brother. The Legend of the Stardust Brother. And the Day of Destruction. And just, I guess, kind of their logo. If you are interested in picking up anything from Sabrosa Studios, you go to srscinema.com, and they have a lot to choose from. They sell DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS, all different types of genres. They're mostly horror, though, but they're picking up a lot of Japanese creature features and stuff like that. So I would go check it out, and I'm sure you'll find something that you enjoy. This one was pretty cool. I picked this up at FYE about a month ago. This one's called The Violence Movie. And there's 2 very short movies together in this little set here. And it was, the movies were made by 2 brothers who I believe were in their teens. They were in, I think they were in high school when they got a video camera one Christmas or something like that. And they got pretty good at filming and recording stuff, and they started to make a video, and it's kind of an homage to horror movies from the 80s. And you can see here that there's a hockey mask, so it's kind of an homage to Jason. There's also an homage in here to Freddy Krueger. They actually used a score from Harry Manfredini from the original Friday the 13th movie. And when they went to put this out on DVD, they asked him for permission, and he obliged. And he actually, I think he kind of redid something for them. So he let them use the score for his movie. You can see there that they were able to use that because he did go ahead and give them the thumbs up, go ahead and use it. And it's pretty cool. I think these guys did a great job. And the movies, I think, were maybe 15 minutes long each. So you can watch 2 movies in a half an hour. And it was pretty clever, some of the things that these kids did. And keep in mind, these were just high school kids, and they were just kind of playing around in their parents' house, making a movie. And it actually was pretty cool. So the first one was called The Violence Movie. And the second one was called The Violence Movie 2. And there's really not much else to say about this. I thought it was, I don't know if I'd go back and watch it again anytime soon, but it was definitely a fun watch, and I'm glad I picked it up. I don't know if this was released on Blu-ray. There's what Part 2 looks like. You can reverse that cover. And you can see at the top it says Wilkinson Home Video, because I believe the brothers who made the movie were the Wilkinson brothers. Let's see here on the back if I can find their names. Read a little bit about it here. It says, shot on VHS back in 1988, with additional footage added in 2003 by teenage brothers Eric Wilkinson, who went on to produce the cult hit Jeremy Bixby's The Man from Earth, and David Wilkinson. Bootleg VHS tapes. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then they also had one of their buddies that lived down the street. He came over and he was a victim. It'd be pretty cool to do something like that. It reminded me of Weird Paul. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the YouTuber named Weird Paul, but this is something that he would do, I think. And it's pretty fun. If you guys get a chance to check this out, do check it out. I picked up a Full Moon Video DVD at FYE for $4.99. Plus, I do have a membership at FYE, so I think they knocked off like $1 or something, whatever the percentage came out to, which I think is a pretty good price for a Full Moon Video DVD. This is called Sideshow. It was previewed, but I wanted to add it to the Full Moon Video collection. I think getting a DVD like this for $4 is a good value, in my opinion, so I grabbed it. There's another one I picked up at FYE. I just saw it there and it called to me, and I don't know if it was the color scheme or the graphics that are on the front of the box here, but maybe both. It came in a black case, has that black, red, and yellow just kind of screaming at you right in your face. Frankenstein's Daughter. It reaches from the grave to relive the horror, the terror. This is a movie from 1958, black and white. And it's from a company I've never heard of before called The Film Detective. thefilmdetective.com. They released this in 2021, so I'm going to have to check these guys out. Sounds pretty cool. I'm going to open this up and we'll take a look at the inside here, if I can. See if I can peel that off. I may have to pause it here. I don't want to spend too much time. I think I got it here. Yeah, we got it. My videos are always pretty long as it is. I don't want to make them longer unnecessarily. So there we have again the black case with that red border, and the black and yellow looks really good, and that red font, beautiful. And you get the disc. They're calling it a special edition, and it does come with a booklet. There's no reverse cover, but that's okay. The Making of Frankenstein's Daughter. Cool. That reminded me of Dr. Moreau's Island right there. I don't know why. It just, especially on the left, it looked like something that the crazy doctor would create. It looks pretty good. So, if any of you have heard of the filmdetective.com, let me know. I'm going to check them out and see what other movies that they released. That was pretty cheap too for the Blu-ray. I think it was about $14, and that was at FYE. And usually FYE jacks up their prices, so if they're charging $14 for it, it may even be cheaper on the website, on the Film Detective website. Here's one I heard about but I have never seen before, and I bought this new. I popped it in the other night and I started to watch it, but then I took it out because I was too tired. I don't want to go into a movie tired and miss, portions of the movie, so I'm going to put it back in when I know I can stay awake and watch the whole movie in one sitting. And this is called We Are Still Here. And it's a haunted house movie, and I do enjoy those, even though I'm a skeptic, but I still like to have fun with these movies. And it looks like they have pretty good special effects and practical effects. And this movie came out in 2015, so it's already 7 years old. I'm very late to the party on this one, but hey, at least I'm at the party now, so we are still here. If any of you guys want to comment on any of the movies I show, please feel free to do so. Just do not give spoilers, please. Thank you. This was on my wish list for, I would say, 3 years. This box set came out about 3 years ago or so, give or take. And when it first came out, of course, this is Batman, the complete animated series. It came out in 1992, if I remember, and I think it ran for 3 seasons. So you get all 109 episodes, and I think it's 12 discs. Yeah, right there, 12 disc set. And when this first dropped about 3 years ago, I think they had a price tag on it of about $70, which is, it's probably worth it. It's a 12 disc set. It's probably worth $70, and you do get the digital codes for all 3 seasons, so it probably is worth it. But I didn't want to spend that much. But over, especially the last year, this on Amazon anyway, it's been on sale quite a few times, and they dropped the price like 50%. And I think I picked this up for about $35 on Amazon. If you guys are interested in this, check it out. I think also on eBay you can find this much cheaper than $70. You can probably find it from like $45, $50 for this set. But keep your eye on Amazon, and every once in a while, every couple months, they put a huge drop on this. I don't know why. But I got it for like half price, and so I finally pulled the trigger, so it's off my list now. I love these animated superhero shows. I really do love Batman. I like Batman and Spider-Man, but I think if I had to choose, if you put a gun to my head and said either pick Marvel or DC, I think I'd have to go with DC, even though I'd love Spider-Man. I'm going to pause it here and open this up. That cellophane's pretty thick. And then we'll go through and check out the innards of Batman, the complete animated series. Okay, the wrapper is off. Let's jump into this bad boy here. We have the outer shell, which, it's a little thin. It's a little chintzy, I guess, but, the price was right. It would have been nicer if this was a little bit thicker. But I think that cover is amazing. I think that looks really good. And in the set you get 12 discs, like we mentioned. You get a brand new in-depth featurette on the legendary storytellers behind the series. You get 2 bonus discs of animated films Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, and Batman and Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero. You get all 109 action-packed episodes with over 35 hours of crime fighting, and you get loads of in-depth featurettes, commentaries, and 12 episodes with animation creators. This is a good companion piece to that big DC box set that they put out a few years ago, which I do have that one as well. So here's how the 2 cases come. This is called the Complete Animated Series Part 1. Comes with a little booklet here. I guess that's kind of the episode guide. And then you have the discs are housed on swing trays. Season 1, Disc 5. Here's Season 2, begins at the end of Season 1. That can be a little confusing if you watch them out of order, because it does say, it just says Part 1. It doesn't really say Season 1. So here's the back, Batman and Joker. In this series, I believe Mark Hamill plays the voice of the Joker, and Kevin Conroy is Batman. Kevin Conroy has played Batman in a couple different animated series. There's Season 2, Disc 2. And here are the 2 movies, which I believe I have these in that big box set that DC put out. The DC superhero box set. They put that out like about 5 years ago or so. But you get Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, and Sub-Zero. They're fun movies. And I believe Kevin Conroy plays Batman in both of those feature-length films too. So I was glad to finally pick this up and cross it off my list. I'm going to pause it here and we'll get into the Arrow Video stuff. I wanted to mention also that if anybody out there is interested in the digital code for the complete animated series of Batman, contact me and I will get that to you. All right, let me put that off to the side for now. So I did get a little pile of Scream Factory stuff. The 3 releases here on the left are box sets. These have been out for a while now. The prices are pretty cheap on these. I picked up 2 of these on Amazon. I picked up 1 at FYE. The 2 I picked up on Amazon, I think they were about $30 each, $35, and that is Critters, the Critters collection. I always wanted to get these. I knew I was going to get them. I just waited till the price was right, and it's pretty cheap to get 4 movies for $35. Even if these movies aren't the greatest, they're still fun. They're popcorn movies. So you get Critters, Critters 2, the main course, Critters 2 and Critters 3 and Critters 4. We'll pop into this here really quick. I'm not going to put too much time into this. Some of this shrink wrap is almost like rubber, and you can't really cut it with your thumbnail. It just kind of... Here, let me pause it. I'm going to open these so I don't have to fumble with them. Okay, so just really quickly, we're going to go through this. These have been shown by many people on different channels, so if you want to watch the full unboxing or hear more about it, I'm sure you can just type that in the search window and find something. But these little hairballs are pretty cool. Everybody loves the Critters, right? So you get a nice thick, sturdy box. Love that animation, all those teeth. And you get 4 discs. They each come in their own case. There's the original Critters, part 1. Let's see. 1986. And let's see if there's anything in the background. I guess a reversible cover. I prefer the one that they have here. I think that looks really great. And we have Critters 2, the main course. Movie from 1988. It was a movie so good, it took them 2 years to make. Oh, that looks pretty good. I like that cover. I'm going to flip that, because the one that they have now looks too much like that. They just put a 2 in front of it, but I'll flip it off camera. Here's Critters 3, You Are What They Eat. This one came out in 1991. Let's see what the reverse looks like. That almost, for a second, looked like the Luck Dragon from A Never-Ending Story, Falcor. Just for a quick second it did. I don't know if that's what they were going for or what, or maybe I'm just over imaginative. But here's Critters 4. They're invading your space. Movie from 1991. And apparently they gave up, because I don't think they've had another Critters movie since then. 31 years ago. So that is the Critters box set. Let me pause it. We'll get into the Omen collection. Okay, so Scream Factory has a good formula for their box sets. They're all pretty much the same size, the same quality. They have that thick, hard outer shell. The Omen is a 5-disc box set. So is The Fly, which I'll be showing you next. They're almost identical in size, which is good. This one comes with a little info card on the back. Just telling you what you got in there. I may fold that and stick it in one of the discs. I don't know. We'll see. But let's take a look at the art here on the front of this box. It's beautiful. There's Damien and his Hound of Hell and the ravens with the red eyes. It's beautiful. This movie really scared me when I was a kid. That is beautiful. Really nice box set. I believe, like I was saying, the Critters box set was about $30 or $35. This one was around that same price, I think. And then the Fly was about $50. I bought this one at FYE. I bought this one and this one on Amazon. So Amazon was a little bit cheaper, but I don't know how long these are going to be out there anymore. These came out like 3 years ago or so, I think. So I didn't want to wait any longer and then have to, buy from a scalper on eBay once they're sold out. But let's get into the movies here. Let's see what order these are in. I have not seen all of these movies. So I have seen The Omen. I've seen this a couple times. This one has Gregory Peck in it. This is a good movie. I enjoy it. Came out in 1976. By the time I saw it, it was probably about like 1983. I was about maybe 82. I was about 8 years old when I first saw this. And you get a 4K remaster of the movie. This one doesn't have reversible cover, but it does have like a panoramic view of a scene from the film. Then there was a sequel called Damien, The Omen 2. This one has William Holden in it. I think I saw this one once, and it's been so long I couldn't tell you anything about it. There's another image from the movie. Let's see here. You know what? Let me just pull it out. That's part 2. I'll be gentle with that and put that away here in a moment. Put the disc back. Then there was The Final Conflict, and I don't think I've ever seen this one, and I don't think I've seen part 4, and I know for sure I haven't seen the remake. I think I've only seen the first 2. So, The Final Conflict, huh? The power of evil is no longer in the hands of a child. So I guess the evil has grown into a man. I'll have to watch it and see, I guess. This one came out in 1981. The Omen 4, The Awakening. This one came out in 1991. So there was a 10-year gap between part 3 and 4. And if you guys want to chime in on any of these movies, please feel free. And then the remake. I've heard pretty bad things about the remake, but I always keep an open mind when I watch movies, because I find that a lot of times when people say they don't like a movie, I'll watch it and I like it. And there's been times where I like movies and other people don't like it. So always keep an open mind when you watch movies like this. This one came out in 2006. And Julia Stiles was in this one. And Mia Farrow right there. So I will definitely watch it. Keep an open mind in doing so. I'm going to pause it here, put the stuff away, and we'll get into the Fly box set. Okay, the third and final box set from Scream Factory, and I think it looks the best aesthetically. I really like the color scheme on this. I just think the graphics look great. Nothing against, actually these all look great, and they're going to look nice on the shelf. But that Fly box set looks pretty spectacular. Had always planned on getting it, was waiting for the time to be right, and the time is right now. So take a quick panning here of that beautiful artwork. It looks like Graham Humphrey's artwork, but I don't see anywhere on here, and I don't want to spend too much time looking for that, but it certainly does look like Graham Humphrey's artwork. Another nice heavy-duty, well-constructed box. And you get the 5 films, which is awesome. You get the original The Fly, starring Vincent Price from 1958. You don't get a reversible cover on any of these, but you do get a scene from the film, if I can get the disc out there. And I believe the first 2 are black and white. And the running time is 94 minutes for the first one. And then Vincent Price reprises his role for part 2, Return of the Fly. And this one is 80 minutes running time. There's a pretty nice disc art there. Another still photo from the film. Now the third one, called The Curse of the Fly from 1965, doesn't really have anything to do with the movies in any order other than it is a Fly movie. And in other words, it doesn't have any continuity between part 1 and 2. It doesn't have anything to do with the remakes. It's just kind of its own entity, I guess. And this is a movie from 65. Like I said, it's 86 minutes running time. Looks like this one is also in black and white. Nice that they added them all together in one box set. And then now we're getting into the remake of The Fly, starring Jeff Goldblum, which is a very fun movie. This one came out in 1986. It has new commentary. It has a 3-part documentary with David Cronenberg. How cool is that? What a beautiful set. There's the disc. You guys can tell that's the original artwork. I'm sure many of you have bought the VHS or the DVD or the Blu-ray, and it has that artwork on it. No, that is not upside down. That is actually... Is it upside down? No, he's on the ceiling. Yeah, he's on the ceiling. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. And then we have the part 2 to the remake. And this one stars Eric Stoltz. And this movie came out in 1989. Wasn't as good as the remake, but it was still fun, and it still had a lot of enjoyable moments. So that was the Fly box set. I'm going to pause it here, and we'll get into the other Scream Factory releases I picked up. Okay, I'm just going to kind of run through these. I put these in plastic cases already, so I'm not going to take them back out. I'm just going to kind of run through and show you guys what I picked up over the past month from Scream Factory. I got Alligator Part 2, The Mutation. This one was issued without a slipcover, but it would have been nice if this one had a slipcover. But I'm glad to have it. And of course, you guys know they recently released Alligator Part 1 on 4K. Nice, beautiful box set with a slip box. It would have been nice to have a slipcover for this one too. A creature feature film from, let's see, 1990. I picked up They Live 4K, Ultra HD and Blu-ray. And I put these in plastic cases already. And I took the little HDR sticker off the cellophane that was on there, and I put it on the outer case of the plastic protector that I have. I picked up a Wes Craven film called Cursed. It was directed by Wes Craven, written by Kevin Williamson. It comes with that nice slipcover. I'm trying to see a year. 2006. It's a 2-disc set too. You get the theatrical cut on disc 1, 4K, and you get the unrated cut on 4K on disc 2, so that's really cool. And there's commentary by Greg Nicotero, who's a special effects guru, and also actor Derek Mears, who played the werewolf, also has played Jason Voorhees in the latest installment of Friday the 13th. Picked up Kiss of the Vampire with the slipcover, collector's edition. Movie from 1962. It's a 4K scan. You get new audio commentary, deleted scenes. It's pretty cool. Then this one here I picked up at FYE, even though I already own it. This is the Vincent Price Collection Volume 1, brand new, sealed. I've seen this thing go for anywhere from $80 to $120. I got it for $59.99, even though I already have it, but I am a member at FYE, so I think they knocked off about $5 or $6. You get a certain percentage off the movies. I forget what it was. I think I only paid about $53 for this. And I'm going to save it for a rainy day. Maybe I'll flip it. Maybe I'll trade it to somebody. Maybe I'll give it away in a contest. I don't know. But I thought for that price, I might as well grab it. It's kind of a hard ticket to find, especially brand new and sealed like that. I was very happy to get this one. This is Night Creatures. Look at that beautiful cover. I don't know if that glows in the dark, but it looks like it may. With that color, that whole, everything about that is beautiful. The color scheme, the horses with the skeleton riders, everything looks great. I think it's amazing. Peter Cushing is in here. It's a movie from 1962. And Oliver Reed's in it, one of my favorite actors of all time. Oliver Reed, see him there on the right. Picked up House of Wax. I really enjoyed this movie. I saw this one in the theaters years ago. This one has Paris Hilton in it, and she actually did a very good job, I thought. Wasn't in the movie very long, but she did a really good job. Jared Padalecki's in here also. You guys know him from Supernatural. There's Paris Hilton. This was a really good movie. I thought it was a very good remake. And I wanted to grab it with the slipcover, add it to the Scream Factory collection. That's what I did. That cover is amazing. I also picked up Sleepwalkers. The first time I ever saw this movie was on VHS. I don't love the movie, but I like it enough to add it to the collection. It's a Stephen King movie. I think that cover looks really good. It's a very loud cover, very kind of right in your face with all those bright colors, but it works. It's beautiful. (1992) movie came out. Directed by Mick Garris. Sleepwalkers. And the last one from my Scream Factory pile is the 4K upgrade of John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. 4K Blu-ray. Wanted to grab it. I think it looks amazing. I think the movie is very good. Movie from 1987. Donald Pleasance. I may pop this in tonight and check it out. It's been a long time since I watched it, but it's a good one. And if you guys are interested in gaming, I bought a PlayStation 5 a couple weeks ago. The thing about the PlayStation 5s is they're very hard to find right now. I don't know why they're marketing them the way they are. They're releasing them in very small quantities, and they're causing a a huge gouge market for the eBay sellers to scalp people. And the PlayStation 5 console cost, I believe, $350 or $400. But of course, since the supply is so low, I've seen people asking $1,000 to $1,500 for a PlayStation 5 console. I put my name on a waiting list through the Sony PlayStation Marketplace, or whatever they call it. I can't think of the word for it right now. The Sony Network, or whatever it's called. It doesn't matter. I put my email in there, and finally my email came up, and they sent me an email, and they said, you know, you can go to they gave me a time frame. It was like a 3-hour window. You can go to our store between this time and this time to order your PlayStation 5. You can pick which color you want, which console. There was a gray console and a black console. You can also pick up accessories like a controller or an extra controller, a charging station for the controllers, headphones, you know, the whole nine. So I did that. I went to the window that they gave me. I went and bought one, and finally it came. I only paid. I didn't pay a penny more than what they were asking for it, for the market value. I didn't have to get gouged or anything for it, so I was very happy about that. I ordered an extra controller and a charging station. And this is the first game that I picked up for it. And I just got this. This just came out on the 13th, Friday the 13th, which was a couple days ago now. I'm recording this on Sunday the 17th. I haven't even opened it yet. I had planned to live stream it over this past weekend, but some things came up and I couldn't do it. So if you guys are interested, I don't bring it up too much on this channel, but I will leave my link down below for my second channel, which is a gaming only channel. If you guys are interested in watching me play the Evil Dead game or any other, I play mostly horror games on that channel, but I'll play probably just about anything over there. It's a pretty cool place to hang out. There are regulars who come over there and watch and chat, and we have a good time. I will say this though, the language can be a little bit dicey over on that channel. It's more or less kind of an adult channel. But you're welcome to come over there. There's nothing offensive over there. We don't talk politics. There's nothing overly vulgar. You may hear some cussing, but it's nothing that you haven't heard already before. It's not going to make your mom blush or anything. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll leave that link down below. Now I'm going to pause it here. I've heard mixed reviews about this game. I didn't want to look it up because I want to be surprised when I play it. I'm going to go into the game completely blind. But I did hear mixed reviews about it, so that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to talk to you guys about my buddy over in Turkey who sent me some pretty cool posters. I'm going to give you some information about him, and I'm going to share some links, and so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I'm going to try something a little bit different. I turned off my ceiling light, and I'm going to try to show you about, because there was so much reflection coming off of the glass there. But this is from my buddy Space Monkey Vintage in Turkey. I'm going to share links down below to his Etsy page and his eBay page, and you guys definitely go check him out. He's a great guy. He sent these 3 posters to me out of the kindness of his heart. I'm going to try to show you the details of this, and then I'll try to flip the lights back on. And there was a whole lot of reflection. That's why I turned the light out. But this is Annabelle 3. It's an authentic movie poster from Turkey. Of course, Annabelle is from the Conjuring universe. 27 by 40 inches. It's amazing. It looks so good. He sent me 3 posters. Okay, everybody out now. Out. This is when I get a little bit nervous when the dog starts circling around. They're going to jump up and jump right on that poster. Actually, I'm going to close the door. They'll jump right up there. They don't know any better. They don't know that there's a poster up here. So, but anyway, that is a beautiful poster. I love the Conjuring universe. And I'm very thankful to have this in the collection. So Space Monkey Vintage, thank you very much. You rock. I wish you the best of success with your businesses. I'm going to do everything I can to help spread the word. So I'm going to pause it here and we'll check out. Actually, let me flip the light on really quick and we'll see if we can get better details. I think it looked better in the dark, actually. There's just so much glare. But I love it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to pause it here and we'll do the next poster. Okay, I think this one here is my favorite of the 3 that he sent me, although they're all excellent. And the next one is, it was hard. Between this one and the next one, it was hard to decide which one was the better of the 3 total. But this is Steven Spielberg's Poltergeist. Look at that. See Caroline looking into the television. That is amazing. 27 inches by 40 inches. This was a movie poster at a movie theater. Directed by Tobe Hooper. Or, well, you guys know the story about that. But it has Tobe Hooper's name on there. Look at that. That is beautiful. I love it so much. That is really, really good. Space Monkey Vintage, you are awesome. Thank you so much. I'll turn the light on and we'll see if we can get a little bit better detail. And I'll show the third one. And if you guys love movie posters and if you appreciate the art that this stuff is, you may want to go take a look. He has everything you can think of and then some, and I'm sure you will find something that you enjoy. Let's check out the third one. Okay, so the last one here is amazing. This is Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, which I believe was part 6 in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. This one does have a little bit of damage, but it adds character to me. I think it's amazing. It has a little bit of kind of a chunk missing there, but I think it looks amazing and I love it, and I'm going to keep it in this frame. It's just beautiful. It has age. You know, some collectors, when they buy you know, antique coins or stuff like that, they like that old patina that's on the coin. Well, for something like this, for a movie poster collector, I think it looks cool when you can see, you know, some creases sometimes or a little chunk missing or something like that. You don't want these things to be minty fresh because it doesn't look like it has that history, but this definitely has history to it. I can just picture that sitting in a movie theater back in 1991. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, Part 6. So guys, please do go check these links down below. Go say hi to Space Monkey Vintage. Tell him Toddy Walnut sent you. Make a new friend and add something cool to your collection. Put one of these bad boys on your wall. Other than that, I think this is going to do it for my video for today. I'm feeling like I'm missing something, but if I am missing something, I'll just show it in the next update video. Hope you guys are well. Please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.